No, it's the weeds.
It's wild.
Do you feel homesick yet?
Look at that. Jesus,
yeah, you can see
jumped
the
over. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, it's actually on the grass over
It's
here.
jumped
Yeah.
over. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, do you think maybe you should close the bird off?
Should I have not driven over the fire with the car?
Well, I'm glad we're inhaling burning grass and
Yeah,
not
me too.
petrochemicals.
Yeah.
That was a much
Yeah,
better
I
option.
I think I like that one better.
Check out all this smoke from the wildfire. Pretty intense. It's thick. It's hard to breathe, and I'll report later about how many acres are burning. But it's a pretty bad one, just a little west of here. But hopefully the river woods won't burn down, huh?
The wildfire that started Sunday has impacted more than 500 acres in Madison County, but forest and fire officials are working around the clock to make sure it doesn't spread. It's a constant battle for the Florida Forest Service, keeping wildfires from getting out of hand. This was the scene Sunday, as flames devoured acres in Madison County. Monday afternoon, a clearer picture. With each hour, it's better and better looking, because we have seen less fire activity out here and virtually no new spread of fire, said Eric Black, the district manager for the Florida Forest Service unit based in Perry. Eric Black took us along several fire lines and made pathways to stop fires in their tracks. Just because we have a fire line doesn't mean we'll leave the fire, said Black. We're going to continue to monitor the fire until it is dead out. To keep the wildfire from growing anymore, forestry officials flew overhead, dropping down a line of what's called fire retardant. You can see it very clearly in its reddish-pink color, all over the ground, the trees, and the bushes. The goal is to prevent the spread of any more wildfire and to contain it as much as possible. The larger the fire is, the more energy it has, the more difficult it's going to be to contain, Black explained. So far, so good. 80% contained, but the threat of severe weather is a real concern. It's going to bring a lot of wind, potentially a lot of lightning, and not enough rain to wet the soil and the debris that's out there that's unburned, said Black. 15 crews from Jacksonville to Pensacola have helped so far, with several more ready to fight any new fires. The 500 acres that are affected belong to a single property owner. The Forest Service says the owner has been cooperative with officials to put out the fire, providing equipment and manpower.
New details on a brush fire now burning in Pembroke Pines. At last check, flames have burned at least 1,000 acres, and firefighters face a tough battle because of the weather. CBS 4's Aurelia Ortega is live from the scene. Aurelia.
Ruta Bay fire crews have gone home for the night to get some rest, but there's a lot more work for them to do here tomorrow because as it stands right now, this fire is only 20% contained and weather conditions are not expected to be favorable. An orange glow off in the distance as firefighters continue battling the holiday fire in western Broward County. The wildfire broke out Wednesday afternoon near the Holly Lake mobile home community off US 27 and Johnson Street. Thursday, hot and dry conditions spread the blaze a few miles up the road to Everglades Holiday Park.
The fire is meandering. There's different pockets and densities of vegetation out there.
You can see the fire burning off in the distance, but at one point those flames got all the way here where I am at a trail behind Everglades Holiday Park. Firefighters managed to keep the fire from jumping over this trail. Heavy smoke and falling ash forced firefighters to close the park to tourists and locals. Airboat rides and alligator shows were canceled.
We came to fish and all of a sudden flames started picking up.
You know, a lot of smoke. You really can't breathe when you're further back that way. And now the BSO just came over and asked us to evacuate the park, so gotta do what they say.
The crew fighting the fire is expected to have a tough day ahead Friday if the weather conditions remain as they're predicted.
Mother Nature is in charge of the fire, and it will do what it's going to do. All we can do is back off, wait, and make a plan.
The cause of the fire is not yet known. Also, no word on whether Holiday Park will reopen tomorrow. Live in Pembroke Pines, Aurelia Ortega, CBS 4 News Tonight.